course it is. So I'm gonna let you in on a little singer secret. Me. Hey guys, philzeroyt here, weekly merch giveaway winner, congrats. So we are back with my man Dimash, and SOS and Sinful Passion were really fun and just mind-blowing, and today we're gonna check out Stranger. I think this was like the highest, most requested song. Most highest requested, whatever. And I really enjoy these Dimash videos because, as some of you guys know, I'm a rock guy, so the focus in most of my videos is usually more on like the song composition as a whole from the whole band. But I was also formally trained in vocals in a technique derived from bel canto, which is what our man Dimash was trained under. So it's also fun for me to just get to be a vocal nerd in some videos. So without further ado, Stranger, let's get it.
Спасибо. Спасибо огромное. А теперь прозвучит новая песня. Примерно.
Whoa, that fiddle thing.
You crown far as I can see. You crown underneath my feet. Stranger in a stranger's land. You chance to know who I am if I have the strength to begin again.
Whoa, that's a cool little inflection. Okay, let's talk about that for a bit. Sorry, real quick. Did you catch that? It's really subtle, but he added that little scoop at the end with that weird note that he scooped up to.
You chance to know who I am if I have the strength to begin again.
It actually fits with this kind of tribal vibe he's got going on with this song. I don't know if that was intentional. Not the scoop itself, but the specific note that he scooped up to. I mean, actually knowing what I know about Dimash so far, it probably was on purpose. Okay, let's rebate it from the top. That thing's so cool.
You crown far as I can see. chair in a stranger's land. New chance to know who I am if I have the strength to begin again.
Somewhere in my heart, in ancient times, I wonder.
Whoa.
Through these valleys, I have climbed them on these hills.
Faces from us somehow divide the memories. I've said lost, I've lost, I feel them in me sing. I can see new ground underneath my feet. Stranger in a stranger's land.
Sweaty boy.
New chance to know who I am if I have the strength to begin.
Dimash Qudaibergen!
Игорь Крутой!
Браво!
Спасибо огромное!
Спасибо большое. Люблю вас сильно, пресильно.
Браво! Ну, конечно, невероятные эмоции мы испытываем от голоса Димаша.
Спасибо
Димаш
огромное.
Qudaibergen, браво!
Спасибо огромное. Спасибо, спасибо. Игорь Крутой! И лучший хоббист мира, мой друг, гость из Казахстана, Олжас Хурманбек.
Get your flowers.
Спасибо!
Okay, let's find a good frame of Dimash here. Okay, so this performance is obviously one big range flex, which, as he should, like if you've got it, show it off. Why wouldn't you? And I'm pretty sure this entire composition was arranged that way in order for him to do that. I'm pretty sure. So you know what time it is. Time to nerd out. If you're new to this channel, this is what I do. Okay, where were those key changes?
You crawl underneath my feet, stranger in a stranger's land. You chance to know who I am if I had the strength to begin again.
So right there.
New ground far as I can see. New ground underneath my feet. Stranger in a stranger's land. New chance to know who I am if I have the strength to begin.
You cry for as I can see. You cry underneath my feet, stranger in a stranger's land. You change to know who I am if I had the strength to begin.
Jeez. Okay. So I kind of lost track, but I think there are at least 2 key changes in this song.
I have the strength to begin.
You cry for as I can see.
It's sometimes hard to tell when the actual key changes, when the song is using these kind of less common scales. For me anyway, because I'm dumb. So the key changes allow him to hit all the different notes in multiple keys as he goes through his vocal register and kind of ascends in his range, instead of just staying in one key where you can really only do octave jumps. I hope this isn't too esoteric. I never know what level to dive into when I talk about this stuff. Yeah, I think I'm just talking about what I would want to hear, I think. So I'm gonna let you in on a little singer secret. Any singers out there? Sorry, not sorry. I guess my dogs didn't want me to reveal the secrets. So there are some notes in every singer's range called bridge notes or transition notes or vocal breaks, and those are the notes right between your vocal registers. So it's the notes right between your chest and mix, it's the notes right between your mix and head voice. And I think a common misconception is that many people think the hardest part of singing is singing high notes. which isn't necessarily true in every scenario. So it's not the high note itself that's hard, it's the movement around the note. How can I show this? Okay, here, you guys seem to like when I embarrass myself, when I try and demonstrate hard vocal things. So if I just sing a high note, me, it's not that special, right? But as soon as I go, then it's instantly like a billion times harder, even though those notes are lower. And yes, I'll demonstrate and make a fool out of myself. So, me, easy. Me. I can't. Me. Why do I do this? And that's because when you're adding that movement, you're now jumping vocal registers and hitting those awkward bridge notes. So it's not the high note itself that's hard, it's the movement around the note. Me. And you can try it at home, if you're a tenor. If you're a bass, baritone, mezzo, alto, soprano, those bridge notes will be different for you. So here's the secret. So those bridge notes I was talking about, most singers hate those notes. So what do you think they do? They just don't sing them. They just avoid them completely. So if the vocal melody happens to land on one of those notes, most singers will either change the note or they'll key the entire song up or down just to avoid that one note. Or they'll cheat and falsetto the note or something. But Dimash is not most singers, so he or whoever he arranged the song with, they added those key changes to show that our man Dimash is just built different. Dimash is like, skipping notes? I don't skip notes. Here, how about I sing all the notes? Actually, is that crazy glottal yodely thing he does right at his second bridge? Let's check this out, actually. Why would we expect anything different from him? So that kind of yodely vocal riff thing he does, that's hard enough as it is in one vocal register, but he's going back and forth right over his second bridge. Like, when I tried to demonstrate that, I couldn't even do it once. And he's just going up and down and back and forth and all around. And why would you do this to yourself? He kind of did this with that falsetto thing I talked about in Sinful Passion as well. I wonder how that feels, that regular singing is too easy for you and now you're purposely doing it in hard mode. Because here's the thing, right? Unless you're a vocal nerd like me, most people don't know or care about vocal registers or any of that technical mumbo jumbo, right? Like, most of us just hear a big high note and we're like, yeah, take my money, have my babies. So if he just did that in one register, it would have been exponentially easier and most people wouldn't even be able to tell. And it would still sound crazy impressive, like just drop the key change and no one would notice. But of course, he's Dimash, just doing Dimash things, and stuff like this is what makes him who he is. Like, it's what separates him and everyone else. Okay. So, another incredible performance by Dimash. What song should I have a go at next? I gotta say, the Deers, you guys are friggin' awesome. Like, I'ma be honest, is this the type of music I normally listen to? No, not really, but you know, I can still appreciate and learn from any genre. Talent is talent, right? And deserves to be recognized. And when it comes to our boy Dimash here, all the work he's putting and that he's still putting into his voice, I think some of you said he has like a master's in music and started vocal training at like 5. Like, how can anyone not respect that? And also, like, he just seems like a good dude. He's always sharing the love, and some of you said he donates all the flowers he gets, like, after his shows, which makes it even easier to love this guy. It's kind of cool. Like, he's obviously flexing his chops hard on stage, but right after the performance, there's like no ego. And you know, sometimes I get kind of torn, like when I really respect and appreciate an artist's talent, but then you see all the stories about them and how they're a dick in real life, and it kind of gives you that pause every time you listen to their music, right? I never really had an answer for that. What do you guys think? Question of the day, can you separate the art from the artist? Luckily, we don't have that problem with Dimash, and I know I'm digressing a bit, but I like to open up the conversation in my videos so it's not just me nodding along for 5 minutes and then like, comment, subscribe. Pew, 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 pew. Come at me, reactors. Ugh. That was instant karma if I've ever seen it. That's happened a couple times in this video when my dogs went nuts when I said I was gonna reveal the singer's secrets. So if you like this kind of video, please consider subscribing. It really does help me out. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.